Hello, it's a spooky video just in time for Halloween. Oh. If you were a PC gamer in the 90s and early 2000s, have you ever gone back to an old multiplayer game from that period? When you view the server browser, which was once the hub of the multiplayer community for that game, it now stands empty. I don't so much mean your Quakes and your Unreal tournaments and that. They had too much cultural impact. They've still got active servers today. You can go play them. I mean, your Sins, your Rebel Moon Risings, your Shogo Mobile Armored Divisions. More life in a graveyard, as my grandma would say, as if she knew anything about online gaming and server browsers. This is the concept for No Players Online then. Available on itch.io on a pay-what-you-want basis. It's a short affair. It takes all of about 15 minutes to play through and has the main conceit of what if dead online game, but scary. Beware, I'll be spoiling the heck out of this game due to the short runtime. I'm literally about to walk you through the game, so go no further if you want to play this yourself, and spoilers petrify you. So the game takes the form of a first-person shooter with graphics reminiscent of the late 90s era in terms of polygons and textures being thrown around here, like a higher resolution PlayStation game, shall we say. The story is you found an old VHS cassette with the words "Capture the Flag Project, footage 03-20-86. Indeed, the entire game is presented with a sort of VHS filter over the top of it, which, while authentic looking, immediately broke the illusion for me because, first of all, you can't play games off a VHS. You're meant to be watching this in the Ring style, I suppose, and yet you're actively playing the game here, taking part in this VHS recording. Secondly, check that date, March 86. The trailer for No Players Online evokes the Atari 2600 and ColecoVision, which are more era appropriate, even if they were getting a bit long in the tooth by then. But there was certainly no one playing even basic 3D games online. There was no such thing. Perhaps that's why the lobbies are empty. You're about 12 years too early rather than 20 years too late. But no. It's more likely that it's just two non-matching aesthetics from different eras kind of smushed together to give it a found footage sort of feel, which, well, kind of spooky and also kind of doesn't work. That mismatch starts immediately with the VHS intro booting into an MS-DOS stand-in, which leads you into a server browser, and shockingly, there's still servers up and running, resplendent with the sort of server names you'd see all the time in Unreal. No bots. Well, no anyone, it seems. Anyway, once you've joined a server, you're left to wander a map all by your lonesome. Follow the most obvious path and you'll find the enemy flag. Might as well pick it up then. And what's that you hear on your way out? Wobbly oldie-timey music? Well, that wasn't playing before. How mysterious. Turns out there's a gramophone in a garden off the main path. Well, I suppose this is the first thing you've had to shoot, so shoot it right. Or don't, I guess, if you want to keep the music going. Either way, on your way back to the capture point, you might notice a strange black shape that disappears almost as soon as you notice it. It's fine, it's probably just a graphical glitch or something. But once you capture the flag for the first time and head back, you're confronted with this red light. Again, that wasn't there last time through this area, and the game slows you down, so it must be scary, right? Well, it disappears once you enter the room, so who knows what that was about. Grab the flag and hurry back again. That shape isn't there this time, because it's right up in your face around the next corner. Alright, they got me pretty good with that one. Classic jump scare there. And then when you capture the flag for the second time, turn around, it's right there, blocking the way and coming towards you. Your gun, it refuses to fire. You can't reload. Your character can barely move. It's right on you, and it disappears. As you head back with the third flag, this moment repeats, but this time the game has to stop you dead in your tracks, dead, and place up a big "behind you" message right in the middle of the screen. Now, look, I get it, it's a ball ache trying to get players to look where they're meant to look and not miss something they're meant to see. There's been all sorts of solutions over the years, from using lighting to draw the eye to an area to say the first couple of Gears of War games where they literally put a button prompt on the screen to make Marcus look at whatever it is that's exploding. But this way again just serves to pull you out of the moment. Then it's followed up by text messages from one Mr. John_Dev appearing through the in-game chat. "Who are you?" he asks. "How did you find this game?" "Don't deliver the flag." John just spells out everything for you, kind of info dump style. This game isn't really a game, it's a way to keep his deceased wife in this world, and once he finishes the game, it'll bring her back. But she's aggressive right now, as she's scared and confused because you shot the gramophone. That music was keeping her calm. Which I can appreciate, I guess. If some div came into my house and put bullet holes in my hi-fi, it'll do my head in and all. "Don't deliver the flag though," he stresses. "Doing so will end the game and the spirit will be free." Which, well, that doesn't sound like such a bad idea, to be honest. We're well within the realms of that horror trope where someone stricken with grief tries to resurrect a loved one, but then they come back wrong. Look, there's a TV tropes entry for this and everything. Oh no, TV tropes. Now I'm trapped. I'll be here clicking links for hours. Let's say you're nice though, and you press escape as requested. You're dumped back to the server list. So we choose another server, and we're taken back to the same map, and then everything repeats again. Flag, gramophone, shoot it or don't shoot it, shape, capture, red light, get flag, shape, capture, ghost up on your face, flag, behind you, up in your face again. At least John has the decency to write something different this time, demanding that you leave them alone, and he joins the game as a spectator. Ignore his pleading and deliver that last flag. Everything goes squiffy, and then you dump back to the server list again. Only all the servers are gone. Even quitting and re-downloading the game won't bring them back. Game over. Or at least that's what all the videos and articles I've seen about this game seem to say. None of them ever go any further. But there's actually more to it than this. You see, if you enter the Konami code, the game resets and all the servers reappear. Then you have to repeat everything for the third and fourth times. Flag, gramophone, shoot it or don't shoot it. Shape, capture, red light. Flag, shape, capture, ghost up in your face. Flag, behind you, up in your face. John Dev messages. Flag, gramophone, shoot it or don't shoot it. Shape, capture, red light. Flag, shape, capture, ghost up in your face. Flag, behind you, up in your face again. John Dev messages, and then he joins as a spectator. Stop though. Wait. You see, up in the sky, an eye has appeared. To represent John in this world, I assume. Well, it took me a few attempts, but I interacted with it the only way I knew how, by shooting at it. And eventually that triggered the second ending, which is a very blurry video of someone drawing something with a pencil. And I can't make out what most of it is, but that bit at the end there is definitely a return key. And then it takes you back to the blank server browser. Now, it's possible to actually reset the browser again, but to be honest, I don't want to go through all that for a fifth and sixth time, even if it is just another 15 minutes, because God knows what I'll actually need to do to get ending number 3. I suspect I'll be wandering around pressing enter in front of everything, and I'm just kind of past the point of wanting to do that now. But you know, for a short experience made by a two-person team, I found it to be quite effective at points. The first time I saw that black shape disappear, I questioned myself, as I only kind of caught it out of the corner of my eye, and the sound is suitably creepy, and so the first time around can be quite tense. It overreaches by the end, especially with that behind you message, and repeating the same thing over and over isn't exactly a good time, but I certainly appreciate the cryptic tease of that second ending. You know, maybe one day I will come back to it and figure it all out. But for now, I'll leave it as a spooky mystery. Ooh, please like and subscribe. Ooh. Yeah, alright, I'll stop that now. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.